Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Angelica and today you will see my pieces from day 5 to day 8 from my art challenge inking in October. So day 5 was guinea pig and I made this piece on black paper and I used white ink, as you can see. And I also want to tell you that I now have created a Facebook page where I will put out updates on when a new video is out here on YouTube, and I will also post some pictures of my art because I am better to be on Facebook and on Instagram because I use my computer much more than I use my phone, so that's more convenient for me. And here you can see on the piece that I make some mess and spilled out some drop of ink, and I wasn't able to remove it, so I start to test out and just put it down, the ink down with paper. And I did receive quite a cool look by doing that. That's fun when you make a mistake and it turns out to be a good thing. So not every mistake is a bad thing. And this was my first guinea pig that I ever have painted. And it's so also with other stuff on my prompt list that this is the first time I've done them when I done them in ink. So that's fun to try out new subjects. So here is the finished piece of the guinea pig. And day 6 was a flower that I don't really know how it's pronounced. Hydrangea, I don't really know. At first I thought it had the same name that it has in Sweden, which is hortensia, but it didn't. Did I find out later. I like this flower because it contains so many small flowers. And this was also my first time drawing this flower. And here you can see that I smeared out some black ink because I erased the graphite marks after I have put the ink down. And if you don't let the ink dry properly before you do that, you smear the ink out. And this challenge have been quite fun to do for me because I have to both paint and film what I'm painting every single day, which I have never done before. So I have to make sure every day that the battery is fully loaded before I start filming. So it's a fun experience. And here I added some gold because shimmer is nice, you know, hopefully you do. And also some silver. And the day when I did this, I was so shaky, so when I removed the camera from the tripod, I dropped the camera and did smear out a little bit of the painting, which I later did fix. Lucky for me, the camera didn't fall so high, so it didn't broke. And here is the finished piece that I did repair. And day 7 was beer, and I have a lot of reference photos on my computer on bears, so it was a little bit hard to pick out the best bears to paint. But then I looked at this, I don't know if it's called a polar bear. Here in Sweden we call them ice bear or isbjörn. And this picture was so funny because it looked like the bear said hello and waved. And this I also chose to draw on black paper because the bear is white, so it made sense. And it took some time to draw all that fur with the dip pen. And there you see a little bit of my head and hair. That's fun. And then I added some black ink with my Sakura brush pen to define the black parts a little better. And then, of course, some gold. Why not? and some blue for him to stand on, like a blue snow. And then I did add some water to the background and some silver to make it sparkly, and then add some white stars. So that's how the finished piece looked. The glitter inks like silver and gold, you can reactivate them with water. The other inks you can't. They are water resistant, at least most of them. And day 8 was crocus. I think that's the right pronunciation. In Sweden we have a K instead of C, so we call them crocus. And these colors did the camera have some hard time picking up, especially later on when it was more like a pinkish color. There are a few colors that I know since from before that the camera has hard time picking up, like turquoise. It's the right word, yeah, turquoise, and some particular purple colors. So that's a little bit sad when you are filming the piece that the colors doesn't come up right. But I don't really know how to make that happen, so and for this, as you can see, I used many colors. I felt with the animals that it took some time to do all the fur with the dip pen, but it takes a lot longer to do the flowers because I use so many colors and the paper gets quite wet, so it takes some time to dry. So I have to wait for some layers to dry. But it is fun to use quite a few colors, but not every day, so I do it every other day when I do the flowers. And it felt quite weird to paint a spring flower when we are soon in winter time. So now I'm longing a little bit for spring, but winter is fine too, with all the northern lights. And it gets more lighter on the evenings and nights because of the snow, because we get quite a lot of snow where I live here in Sweden. So and some highlights. I like the white ink. It's good to have for making all the highlights. So here is the finished piece, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in my next video where you will see day 9 to 12 from this art challenge. So have a nice day and bye bye!